Okay, so this is a quick recap of today's price action. Really interesting one, to say the least. So this is a 4 hour. So this morning we're basically I think around here. Where's this? Yeah, 7 a.m. around here on the 4 hour. Let me just expand that so you can see how this played out. So yeah, we're around here on the 4 hour. It should be for the 15 minutes, and let me take that out. So you're around here for the at around 7 a.m. So we had, already when the supply zone, the 4 hour supply zone, also the daily supply zone right here. So expectedly after a break of structure, we expect a pullback, right? So basically starting here, so we knew that there was every likelihood that price was going to pull back, to facilitate the next leg that will push price hopefully higher into the higher supply zone here on the daily supply zone right here. So but for that to happen, we're expecting, of course, our bias will start. We're going to have a pullback. Now I'm going down to the 15 minutes, as you can see here on the 15 minutes. This was basically the price action that was playing out this morning. So at around, let me see here, 7:45, here you had 7:30, 7:15, around here. Basically price was around here in the morning. So with this and of course on the high time frame on the 4 hour, this was of course a supply zone. If I would just make that 4 hour POI to be visible, and make that to be visible in the 15 minutes, so you can see obviously that this entire zone was the 4 hour supply, right? We're already in 4 hour supply. Okay, so we're around here 7 a.m. and then you had price push back a little bit, reacted to this buy to sell week, and pushed higher, took out this previous high, and now we've made a new high, left a giant wick here, and then pull back a little bit into this demand zone. As you can see, this, of course, this zone basically was more like a sweep zone because it has swept liquidity, right? So if you look at this candle here, you can see that it swept all the liquidity that was lying around here. So price pulled back a little bit into that zone and then pushed higher, taking out this high here. And you can see after that, still in the 4 hour supply, price pushed back again, respecting this sort of refined zone that I drew here, and then price pushed up a little bit higher. However, price didn't make a new high because it didn't break this previous high by the body, so it left a giant wick and then price reversed back. Okay, so with this, now with price in the 4 hour supply, the first expectation to short would be ideally I would want to see a change of character. So with this move here, right here, you can see that price rejected this 15 minutes extreme supply zone on the 4 hour POI, and then rejected that and then pull back, and you can see this change of character from here. It took out this low, and then this was a change of character after that by the body on this candle, and then price retested this flip zone. Now this is an interesting flip zone for various reasons. One, as if you take note of this, if you look closely here, you'll see that this candle here, this blue candle, left a giant wick, and that wick took out the previous candle's high. You can see that there, and that was a sweep of liquidity, right, before price actually took out the previous low. And now with this, seeing this, I already know that this flip zone is actually a strong flip zone. Now ideally, after price takes out this low, the expectation would be for price to actually return to, so this is a price action. Let me just draw this. Let's just draw this, right? So we had something like this. Okay, so this was a price action, swept liquidity and then pushed higher, left a giant wick there, right? So just well, we can draw that, but we know that that's just a giant wick, not being closed by the body. So came into this demand zone, still in the 4 hour POI, made a new high, and then pulled back a little bit again into this zone because this high took out this candle, this high, right? So came into the zone and then pushed high again, but unfortunately didn't take out this previous high, left a giant wick, and then we had this rejection, right? So this rejection here, we came here, made respected this demand, So demand sort of to supply, so pushed higher, and then this candle left a wick that took out the previous candle's high, which was a sweep of liquidity, and then we now had the change of character that took out this low. So because this flip zone took out liquidity, took out this high, and then left a giant wick and then pulled back, this flip zone really becomes more significant than it would have been. Expectedly, after a change of character, the first thing I would have expected would have been to say, hey, I would only want to see price come into the supply zone before it continues. But well, with the flip zone, and of course the sweep of liquidity here, and having now this POI that was more like a sweep zone, it becomes more significant. So I was satisfied with saying, hey, let price just mitigate this zone and then look for the 1 minute entry, and that was exactly what happened. So as you can see here, price took out this low, a change of character, mitigated this 15 minutes POI, and then let's go to the 1 minute and see how that played, how the opportunity actually did play out. In a sec. So here on the 1 minute, I'll show you this. Okay, so here on the 1 minute, you can see, well, I was drawing all of this, but I didn't take all of this, right? Because I had a bias, I was looking for a sell. So here you could see that price, this was the change of character in the 50 minutes. Price broke down, retested the sweep zone POI, and then we had this nice price action here. So price came into, if I can just draw this is basically standard entry. So you see that this was the move downward, you had downwards rather, you had a pullback a little bit, and then this, and then this, and then tried to or price returned into this area and then rejected it, right? And then price came in again and rejected it, and then broke this low, right? So there's a flip zone. So you can see the price came in here, rejected, right? And then we had the break of, you had the change of character on the 1 minute. So looking at this, you could see obviously that this was the flip, and then basically with that pulled out the flip tool, drew the flip tool, as you can see. Sorry, just a sec, what's happening to this? Okay, yeah, so basically, yeah, so price came in here, you can see the rejection, the flip, and then price broke down. So pulling out the flip tool, and then just drew that on this last candle up. You can see the bullish candle, so drew that on the last candle up. And then what happens, barely after 1 2 3 4 5, after 5 minutes, price returned, tapped into the distall of the flip tool, and then price decided to go down in my direction. Ideally, of course, this was an extended draw, but ideally always aim for 1 to 5, so basically around here. That's the ideal for me. But then recognizing that this was an opportunity to swing this, considering the 15 minutes, so we could see that this was, of course, after the break of structure on the 4 hour. So expectedly, we could expect price to really just break down and come into at least the equilibrium here. You can see the equilibrium tool of my flip tool here. Yeah, so with that in mind, there was an opportunity actually to swing this to 1 to 20. Yeah, so if you look at this, let me just bring the 15 minutes up so you could see where we're at. Okay, so this you could see the flip tool around here. Yeah, that's equilibrium. You can see that on the 15 minutes equilibrium of the swing range, and that's about 1 to 18 thereabout. Yeah, you can see that. So there's an opportunity for that, but if you had the patience, of course. But ideally, for me, 1 to 5, and that was the trade, basically the main trade, for today. Yeah. All right. Cheers.